And welcome to our last game on the Premier Buckets Court, the Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League. I am Steve Witterhack. We've got Battle Line Films, Mitch and the crew here doing the video streaming. We got you well covered. 12th game, I believe, of the day that we have covered here over at Fort Atkinson High School. And these truly are some of the best teams at this age level in the entire state that are doing these are involved in this whole program. I've got a 7th grade grandson. I was here earlier to watch him play earlier this morning. And here I am again calling 6 games here this afternoon into the evening and possibly missing some of the Packer game coming up tonight. We'll find out. Well, we are all set up here today. Brookfield's going to play another game, back-to-back games for them, Brookfield East. So same team that I just got done calling, and their loss to Wanakee is back on the court. Now they're taking on the home team, taking on Fort Atkinson. I got to see these guys play earlier today, and they impressed me quite a bit. They're bigs, pretty aggressive players, just like that stop right there. Nice job just sticking up his arm, and Banazinski. That is Mason Banazinski out there, and he impressed me that first game that I saw him play earlier. And so did this guy. They just went to the rim there. Didn't come up with the basket there, but he had a nice game when I saw him play earlier with Mr. Riddle. And then he got East, if their legs are all right, playing back-to-back games. A bucket there from Jacob Withrow. So here we go. One more game and off to the races. Got to be careful, though. I don't know what the roads are like. We came in this morning, and that's when it's snowing, and there was cars in the ditch, and I think everything's all cleaned up by then. About 15-footer in that. He is no good on the shot by Caston Hintz. Brookfield East with the basketball, going along the baseline with it. Nice little feed inside, but the shot comes up short on the shot attempt by Gunnar Gregg. His teammates set him up pretty good on that one. Three-point shot left corner on the way for the Blackhawks, and that one is no good, and off to the races the other way. Withrow releases early and heads down and gets himself a bucket. So 5-0, the early lead for Brookfield East. That one with the left hand, and a nice finish this time on his opportunity for Gunnar Gregg. He puts it in. 7-0. Spartans look like they were all refreshed and ready to play again, or maybe just a little vengeance after getting beat the last game by Wanakee. Going to take it in strong on that right side and getting fouled on his way to the basket. Banazinski is going to head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Saw him play earlier, and I tell you, there's a kid that as soon as you give him the ball, he's ready just to bowl his way in there and play a little bully ball inside and get himself to the free throw line, make a bucket, whatever he has to do, but plays a nice hard-nosed game. Like watching that out of him. Nate Riddle too. He also had himself a nice game what I saw earlier. Ball handling, taking some shots from outside, getting rebounds like that one right there. And goes up, misses his opportunity. A little bit taller team, I think they're playing this time than the last time they played. Can't remember exactly who they played against. I have to look through my sheets, but here they are playing again. Second time I've got to see them play today. Seven 0 the lead for Brookfield East over the host team, Fort Atkinson. 3-point shot in the way, and that is no good on the shot by Ty Berry. Withrow gets the long rebound and takes it in, draws the foul. He'll go to the line now to shoot 2. Withrow, a very aggressive basketball player, and got himself a good start in this ball game now. Has his team leading now 8-0. Withrow doing most of the scoring here. A little smile on his face, even though they lost the last game. It was a good, hard-fought battle. And like I said, even in those games in this league, that's going to make you a better player, win or lose, that you were down there battling. You're battling close against a good team. May have came up short, but you definitely learned something from that game. And that's what this league is all about. That's why you get the kids in it, just not to have a good time and have a little basketball for mom and dad to see. Adazinski gets it batted away, and they take a three-point shot from the right corner. He is no good. And again, Withrow just living off the cherry picking down here. Nobody back to cover him, and right now the Blackhawks getting ran off the court, 10-0. We'll take a break. Be back for more from Fort Atkinson High School.
Need to know which one of you is going to fix this.
Everything was fine until the electrician got here.
I had everything under control until the plumber showed up.
Oh, hey, babe. You need anything?
Just go upstairs, Ed.
Call Cardinal today for professional service you can count on.
Okay, Steve Winterhack with you back at Fort Atkinson High School. 10-0 start to this ball game for Brookfield East. They're just relying on they're going to get the rebound, and then Withrow takes off down the court, beats everybody down here, and they're looking for him. They pass it to him, lay in, and just like that, you're down 10-0. Yeah, we'll see if the host team can get things going here. They won earlier the game that I got to call. They won their game. Riddle has it down to the corner, dribbles out of the corner, gets it knocked out of his hands a little bit. And Adazinski has a little spin move and goes up, and that one does not want to fall. Getting the rebound is Finley Liebert. So Brookfield East with the ball and a 10-0 lead. Haven't really seen much of any kind of blowouts on this court, but it's turning into one right now. And a bucket put in that time by Ty Berry. Makes it now 12-0 Brookfield East. Riddle goes up and draws the foul on the way to the basket. Remember him being a pretty good free throw shooter last time I saw him earlier today. It had been one of the earlier games that I called Brookfield East and Edgewood Crusaders. Kind of looking through my sheets from earlier today. Free throw is good, and on the board are the Blackhawks. But again, another 2 weeks, this whole show will be moving up towards De Pere. They're going to have some games up there and bring all these teams up there. And they keep track. They have records, and they're going to have a championship and the whole works. Nice drive to the basket over on the left side. James Malicki puts it in for his first points of the ball game. So Fort Atkinson with it, trailing now 14-2. Here's Riddle with it going in strong on the right side. Comes up a little short on that shot. Of course, he had some defenders' hands in your way on the way there. Makes it a little more difficult coming in that way. And a nice drive there by Ty Berry. And running away with it right now is Brookfield East, leading now 16-2. So Fort Atkinson with the basketball, but World of Hurt already early in the ball game. 8 minutes left here in the first half. Riddle's going to go up and kind of loses his balance on the way and There's a flick it up there anyway, and Brookfield East taking it the other way. Drive coming in from the right side. Nice little move and a good finish on that one from Craig Curtis Moore. Yeah, a little longer, a little lengthier, the basketball players from East than the Fort Atkinson players. A little disheartened coming off the floor now, Mr. Riddle coming off there, but a tough start, and you got a team that's a little hungry after getting beat the game before out of the court with you. There's a shot that goes a little hard off the glass, and getting the rebound, getting blocked, and a foul on the floor. So 18-2 with 7:10 left here in the first half. One side of the fair here at Fort Atkinson with the host team getting beat pretty handily in this game. These guys have played at a couple other places. I know Pewaukee. They played at the Wisconsin Dells and Reedsburg, and places glad to have them in there. They can make a little money, I think, in the concessions and with this and people coming in. But a good chance I'd like getting to see gyms I haven't been in before. I'm not sure how long this gym has been here. I know I've been here years and years ago for a basketball or volleyball match, but I don't think it was this gym. I would have remembered this gym. This is beautiful in here. It looks pretty fresh. That one gets knocked away, and coming up with it. And everybody's taking their time at another shot taken, and ball going the other way, and another easy basket on the steal and the bucket by Ty Berry. So the route continues here at Fort Atkinson High School. Like I said, everything else has been really close. I got to call a double overtime game. I got to see a triple overtime game on this court, and Berry getting a steal and bucket, and a timeout taken by Fort Atkinson. It's a 20-point lead. Just under 6 to play back after this from Fort Atkinson High School.
Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League Premier Court games can be viewed on YouTube at WPYBL and Battleline Films. View more video content from each tournament on the channels and visit WPYBL.com to order your individual and team highlight films from the season, official Premier League clothing, tournament information, and more.
Okay, we are back at Fort Atkinson. My 6th game that I called today. Got Mitch and the crew sitting here. They've done, this is their 12th game they've called here on the Premier Buckets Court, Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League. Got to check out that website at ypybl.com or just look up Youth or Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball. You'll find it, and it has a list of the schools in there, and I guess they have stats in there from what I hear too, and that's where we found a lot of the rosters from the teams in there too, but it gives information where the tournaments are going to be played, gives you information about battlelinefilms.com, where you can get some great video work done with your basketball teams or your favorite basketball player. They'd be glad to talk to you about that. So check it all there. You even have some merchandise there too you can check out. Do a good job. For this being the first year, pretty amazing, all the teams involved, and I think exactly what their goal was is to get the best teams in Wisconsin all playing in a tournament. A nice drive there and finish again for Brookfield East, just running away with this one. 24-22 with 5 minutes left, but with their accomplishment or what their goals were, you get the best teams of the different age levels. A lot of these teams had to be invited to be in this. Some of the teams that we have, some of the teams were just invited for this tournament here, like the host team for this, but otherwise, what a great experience for these teams. And they're going to get better. There's no way you're not going to get better by playing against some great competition. And it's been nothing but a success from what I've seen, and I've seen some pretty nice basketball, high-level stuff. I think that my big takeaway was with the basketball, from what I saw even from the fourth graders, is just the aggressiveness of these players out here, just going at it, bodying up, playing physical. That's kind of fun stuff to watch out there, and you know how they got to be such good high school players later on. But the route continues here, 24-2 now in favor of Brookfield East. They kick the ball out to the left side. And that great quality basketball right now, except for Brookfield East just had just flexing their muscles here. Had Ford Atkinson getting the rebound, missing the putback attempt. A couple of chances added for James Malicki. But no good on either of those attempts. Banazinski gets the rebound, hands it off over to Drew Hill. Down to the corner with a three-point shot is away, and that is good. Nothing but net on that shot by Andrew Snethen. Pretty confident in that one and just drills it. 24-5, has this team within 20. 19-point deficit. And, good movement. You tell these teams that are playing the good competition, and they just know what each other is going to do. A little give and go practically on that one, and it gets the easy basket. 26-5 now the lead for Brookfield East over Ford Atkinson. 2 other games going on in this gym, so it's full of basketball. Even the middle school has games going on. Brookfield East taking out their frustrations from that loss that they had in that last game and really taking it to the host team, Ford Atkinson, in this ball game. They battled hard in that game. They led for a lot of that game. Yeah, we just got done watching here with Wanakee, and Wanakee comes up with a victory at the end. Saw some nice quality stuff. Wisconsin Lutheran game against Holman was a really nice game. Nice block inside by Gunnar Grigg. Clock keeps on just moving along here, and looks like, we'll see. I think my GPS has about an hour to get back to Waupun, where my TV is to watch the Packer game. Yeah, nice little opportunity there, but that one just overshot just a little bit, and still battling out there. Keep an eye on all the tournament dates that are coming up for just 2 weeks from now. It'll be that tournament up in the De Pere area. And it should be, again, all these teams. It's just a continual league. You can look up what the records are of the teams and see where teams sit. They'll have a championship for it. So glad that my grandson gets to be part of it for the 7th grade. They won. Should have won 2 games today out of 3, but they won 1 out of 3. Oh, nice drive. Another good shot. Making the most of his time out there again is Andrew Snethen, going right to the rack and the tall timber in there, and he finishes. Nice job by Andrew. And the size of some of these players, 7th and 8th grade players especially, huge. Almost full-grown adults that are out there already. It's kind of fun to watch. You're going to see some of these guys might be almost done growing, and some of these guys This might be these monsters you see that are 6'8", 6'9" on the court when they're varsity players. So the time runs out, and that is the end of the first half here at Fort Atkinson High School. 28-7 the lead for Brookfield East. We'll take a break, come back for more from Fort Atkinson High School right after this.
Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League Premier Court games can be viewed on YouTube at WPYBL and Battleline Films. View more video content from each tournament on the channels and visit WPYBL.com to order your individual and team highlight films from the season, official Premier League clothing, tournament information, and more.
Okay, Steve Winterhack with you back for the second half. This was all Brookfield East in the first half, 28-7. 14 minutes to play, and this will be my sixth game in a row here for today. And our stream team guys here from Battle Line Films, their 12th game that they did on this Premier Buckets court. East now leading 30-7. Riddle dribbles around to his left side. And it goes up, overshoots it a little bit, gets his own rebound. Shot from the right from three-point range, no good. The miss by Brady Ehlers. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty much running clock here they're going to do here in the second half. Riddle will throw up a 15-footer and puts it in. Yeah, he impressed me earlier when I saw him play. A little miscue there from the Spartans, one of their few here in this contest. Yeah, good luck to the Green Bay Packers tonight. You know, they had that game won before, didn't until the last couple of minutes of that game. But see how they do coming up tonight. Yeah, ball in the hands now of Hintz. Gets it back out to his teammate Sullivan. Finn Sullivan with it. Yeah, and a steal and going up on the left side and not drawing the foul on that one was Jack Holland. Came up short. Good job, good hustle of the Blackhawks. They at least contest that shot. Nice job by Riddle to keep it alive and get it to one of his teammates, actually. Not easy to do. And Azinski has it out on top. Not having his way like he had earlier today. I think they played Marquette, the Hilltoppers, in that ball game. Steal on the right side and going up and putting it in is Ty Berry. I want to check out anything with the Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League. Go to WPYBL.com. A whole lot of things going on that website. You'll find out anything about any of the teams that are in this. My daughter is the one that looked up all the names for me. Said, well, this is something I could have got to myself without having to hunt down the teams and get the roster there. And says, yeah, it's right here. So she helped me out. She knows how to navigate all that stuff, and I'll figure it out if I do any more tournaments this year. They still got 3 more gatherings yet. I couldn't quite get around fired up on the other side for Sullivan, but a good effort there by Finn. Take a shot at it. Now Brookfield is just kind of working on their ball handling, ball movement out there. That one misses everything. Withrow gets the rebound, puts it up, puts it in, and racking up some points here tonight. Got a lot of early points when they were pulling away in the beginning. This was early release down the nice little fake, but still one more player that you had to kind of fake out of position. But a good try there by Cash and Hintz. Hintz will set up a three-point shot from the right corner, puts it in. Good job by Caston on that one. Again, just working a little ball movement right now. Oh, a nice feed inside. Nice feed by Ty Berry getting into Withrow inside. Got to kind of wrap it around one of the defenders out there and sets him up perfectly for an easy basket. Not an easy pass. That was the hardest part of the whole thing. And going up, that one just spills off the side of the rim, but I always like watching Banazinski get it. He's going to put his head down and head towards the basket. 5 fresh players coming in for the Blackhawks. Yeah, the only blowout that we've called, at least that I called out of the 6 games that I did. We're very, very competitive in one double overtime game, and before I got on, they had a triple overtime game. Oh, nice shot, sticking with it and putting it in. Dominic Klotz with it, gets the bucket. Withrow loses it, and Fort Atkinson comes up with it. Bringing it up now is number 8, Carter Miller. Grayson Heddle with the ball and gets it off to his teammate. There's a 16-footer straight away, a little off to the side on that shot. Still fighting and firing shots up yet are the Blackhawks. Yeah, people should get out. If you know anybody, have them come in and watch some of these tournaments whenever they play and they come in your area, because it's fun basketball to watch. You're going to want to keep track of some of these names of these guys, because those are guys that will be leading their high school teams to victories and great seasons. And saw a lot of players like that are going to be some pretty high-level players, might even get on to the next level and play in college level. Some full-grown men that play in the 7th and 8th grade teams on some of the teams. And some kids that are going to do a lot of growing after they get done here with middle school and head into high school. 7 minutes and counting down in the game. Yeah, the much just longer players from Brookfield East, making it a little difficult to even get a shot off for any of the Blackhawk players. Yeah, I think I've been pretty entertained, though, throughout the day. And you got to have some good basketball to watch. Otherwise, sitting here doing 6 games would not be a fun thing to do at all. And all the games I called before this, the 5 games before and a few that I watched just before. Yep, my 7th grade grandson playing this morning, like a 7:45 here in this gym. It was a very entertaining game and a day here of basketball at Fort Atkinson High School. And they did a great job as the host, too. hats off to them. A nice little concession stand and deliver everything that you'd like to eat. Some healthy stuff, some not so healthy stuff, and still just a great place. They were a great host of this event. Blackhawks just kind of settling for staying out of the perimeter with it and working it around right now. Okay. A little passing drills now, and Brookfield East will head it down the other end. Clock keeps on moving the whole time. Yeah, no mercy from Brookfield East early in the ball game, though. They just ran and kept on running, and layup after layup after layup to start the game out after they just got done losing to Wanakee. So they kind of took their frustrations out here on the host team here with Fort Atkinson. Yeah, this one court is all done here in the gym, the big facilities they have here, the field house, if you want to call it that. Another game going on with a little bit younger crew that are on the middle court here. Got to see some players that have some pretty good bloodlines with Con Knippel's brother, Kid Knipple, who played on that Wisconsin Lutheran team today. They lost their first games of the tournament, the 8th grade team from Wisconsin Lutheran. And Kid Knipple, the point guard on that team. And he's got 3 brothers that are playing over Wisconsin Lutheran High School. And they're ranked, I don't know, in top 15 for sure of teams in the nation, Wisconsin Lutheran, with those 3 Knipple brothers on the team, a junior, sophomore, and a freshman. Con's having himself just an amazing rookie year. Playing for the Charlotte Hornets. Just doing a great job. I think I see Joe Krabenhoff's sons, JoJo and Tristan, I think was the other one, possibly, or that was here. So his sons were playing here as he was coaching the Wisconsin Badgers on to victory. Their assistant coach of the Wisconsin Badgers men's basketball team, of course, a former great basketball player for the Badgers back in the day. Got to see them play out there, so again, and some of these players will be making their own little marks in basketball when they get up there. Some pretty good-sized kids and pretty talented kids. 2 minutes left. A little block on that end by Fort Atkinson. Ooh, a little look inside. It was a nice little play to get the look inside, but they ended up missing it. As time winds down, I do want to thank Mitch and his crew again. Top-notch stuff from Battle Line Films and all the great video work that they do. And they're a big part of the success of this and getting the word out there on the Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League. And always had this Premier Buckets court. And maybe down the road, as this thing begins and continues to grow, maybe it'll be a couple courts that will have video streaming. And try to keep on building. But I think it's just a hugely successful first year, and there's still a ways to go on this first year of this league. So thanks to Battle Line Films being part of this. Thanks to Mike and Dan and Dave, the guys that started this whole thing, and they've been very kind to me. And let me come over here, do a little announcing. So enjoy doing that. And it's going to be fun watching how this thing grows over the next few years and see how this thing ends this season with tournaments they're going on, and they finish out. There'll be a champion. They keep track of their records against playing all the other teams. So that's kind of a nice little ending to it, which you want to have an end game. Just don't just play games. You want to have some championships and everything else. And that is pretty much it. So that is it. Decisive victory there for Brookfield East. Thanks to the hosts again, to Fort Atkinson High School and Middle School for hosting this here today. And thanks to, again, Mitch and his crew from Battle Line Films. Thanks to the Wisconsin Premier Youth Basketball League for asking me to come along and join you today. I'm Steve Witterhack. Good luck to the Pack, and have yourself an excellent weekend. Be careful out there. Have a great night.